Moonletter Astrological Podcast. New Moon in Pisces, 19th of March 2026. The influence of the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune continues at the new moon. The Sun and Moon are at the end of Pisces, while Saturn and Neptune are just over the cusp in Aries. Each cusp has its own identity, and I call this cusp the cusp of conception. In astrological terms, it marks the transition from the infinite ocean of Pisces to the focused energy of Aries. It is the point where the infinite becomes manifest in the material world. This time used to be celebrated by Lady Day on the 25th of March. In the Christian calendar, this date is the Feast of the Annunciation. It commemorates the visit of the Archangel Gabriel to the Virgin Mary, Our Lady, announcing that she would give birth to Jesus. This is exactly 9 months before Christmas, on the 25th of December. This day used to be the beginning of the financial year in the UK until, due to the shift from the Julian to Gregorian calendar in 1752, this was moved to April the 6th. March the 21st is still celebrated as New Year by Iranians, Kurds, and Zoroastrians. However, this year, the new moon does not feel like a time of feasting and celebration. Rather, from an astrological point of view, the planet Neptune is at the midpoint of the Sun-Moon conjunction, and Saturn, the planet of limitations. The energy of this point is to do with restraint and containment. It feels like an inner time, a withdrawal from the world into a kind of monastic cell. And as Neptune is at the midpoint, the rewards are spiritual awareness. This can only be for a short period, for the next day, 20th of March, is the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, and also the day when Mercury goes direct, easing communication. Then on the 28th of March, the two slow-moving planets, Saturn and Pluto, make an easy angle, combining Saturn's restraint and Pluto's quiet power. Potentially a creative time, when discipline and concentration can provide the endurance necessary to take us deep into matters. Full moon in Libra, 2nd of April 2026. Easter for Catholics and Protestants is the weekend after the first full moon after the spring equinox. It often coincides with the Jewish festival of Passover, or Pesach, except when there's an extra month added to keep the Jewish calendar in step with the seasons. At the full moon, the sun is in Aries and the moon is in Libra, showing us the pattern of the year ahead. Aries' dynamism and pioneering energy is reflected by the more cooperative and diplomatic influence of the moon in Libra. Libra looks to arbitrate, find compromise, and restore harmony in all situations. At the same time, the Sun and Moon are both receiving a tough angle from Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter's influence is expansion, expanding our understanding of the world through education and personal growth, but when its negative side comes out, growth can lead to excess. Cancer is concerned with family, tribe, homeland, and tradition. In excess, this can lead to tribalism and nativism. The balance point for this T-square structure is in Capricorn, and at this point we find Pholus, the centaur associated with the herd instinct. This can manifest as cults, meaning the victims of cults as well as the perpetrators. It can also be to do with cult busting, when we see through and break the influences of abusers and cult leaders. At the full moon, Pholus is in an easy angle, a trine, to Mercury, the planet of communication and trade. But as Mercury is in Pisces, and the fish are swimming in opposite directions, things could go either way.
And for more astrological and spiritual musings, check out moonletter.co.uk.